You want to be an architect?
Maybe a truck driver?
Maybe a realtor?
Something in the medical field?
Huh. Listen to Career Paths Unedited on that.
Thursdays.
Pregnant. She was pregnant before you got pregnant.
Wow, she's good. Or you're good. She was before. What do you do for fun? Besides work and have kids. That's about it these days. And
Yeah,
have
really,
sex.
that's about it. Yeah,
Have
because
sex.
I don't really have any hobbies per se.
You don't hunt. You look like a hunting guy.
I'm going hunting this year, my first year.
Right. See, I'm not a hunter guy. I've never hunted. I don't want to hunt.
No?
I don't fish. I'm not an outdoor. Give me a TV, a couch, and Coke and popcorn. I'm happy. Video games.
Video games.
Are we up and happening?
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready? Ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
We just wing it. You
Okay.
have any school or college or anything like that? Well, the military.
No.
We'll hit it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
No.
Oh, welcome to InfoNet by. See, I did
Yeah.
InfoNet.
You did.
It's been a week. Take 12. It seems like we've had like a month off. Even though we did our update last week, but it seems like we've had a month off, and it's only we really haven't had. Well, you were gone. You took vacation. So, welcome to Career Paths by InfoNet. I'm your host, Victor Boudreau. Our behind-the-scene guys. Who are you? Ryan?
Yeah, what? Sure.
Mr. Ryan King. Say hello, Ryan.
Hello,
Ryan.
Ryan.
God, you suck.
Douchebag.
Our guest today is.
My name's Andrew Streeter.
And you see, I was getting Streeter. It's a Streeter.
Yeah.
Is it ST?
It's street and then ER.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the way I still would have got it. I would have got it wrong. So how's things in your world?
That's pretty good.
Working, married, all this stuff.
Yeah.
We touched. I just met Andrew right before. He's a acquaintance of Ryan. Is he acquaintance or a friend?
Yeah.
Depends on how
on
this
which
interview
day.
goes.
Depends on which day, yeah.
Oh, things are good though.
Yeah. Very good.
Getting through the excitement that's going around the world in the last year.
Oh, yeah, it's been a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been excited.
Yeah, a blast.
That's a craft card. So, Andrew,
Yes.
I haven't. It feels like I've had a month off. I just want to have fun. Give us a little background. Age,
I'm 25.
25.
Yeah.
Married.
Yes.
Kids.
Yes, 3 of them.
Boys, girls.
All 3 girls.
Oh crap. I'm dying. I have to edit. Take a wrong breath. I got all excited when he said. So, wife and 3 daughters.
Yes.
You're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You realize you are. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm outnumbered.
You
My
have,
boy
you have
dog.
animals? You have
Yeah,
dogs?
I have a boy dog, but he's not. my
Yeah,
friend.
you're screwed. Not in a good way either. So, anything else about you? Family, brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I have.
Are you close with them? Are they around?
Yeah, I have an older sister and a younger brother. My older sister actually lives in Browns Addition, so she's pretty close. We
That's
kind
in
of.
Spokane, Washington.
Yeah.
Anybody that doesn't know where
Yeah.
we are based out of Spokane, Washington, which is like 300 miles east of Seattle, Washington, which is on the coast. I can never remember. I get clustered easy. I can find my way usually. Where are we again?
Okay, but yeah, so we're kind of close. Not really. We've kind of unclosed each other over the years.
But you stay in touch.
Yeah. And then my brother lives in Alabama.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you guys grow up in the area?
Yeah.
Okay, where'd you go to school at in the area?
I went to school in Cheney, Washington.
Okay, high school there.
Yep.
And did your brother and sister go there too?
My sister did, but
Okay.
my brother did not.
Your brother younger,
Yes.
and then how much younger is he?
He's 5 years younger than me.
And for some reason he said he got out or. What?
No, he went to go live with his dad over in Alabama.
Okay, so we have a split up family. And,
Yeah.
Okay, that happens apparently. Ryan and I don't know what that happened. Our parents decided to stick together to make the rest of us suffer. What do you do for a career right now? Because what you're doing apparently right now, you were in the military, and we'll hit more on that. So, that was almost funny. God, I'll get better. I gotta get new cards. Remember we talked about getting the big ones?
Yeah.
The big ones, so I can finally read. Okay, so what do you do right now?
Right now I'm doing a little bit of fencing work and a little bit of contracting.
Remodeling and
type
stuff?
of work. Yeah,
Okay.
hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. You don't know.
Yeah.
Are you getting paid? Have you got paid?
Yeah, I got paid a couple times.
Oh, wow, good for you. Oh, I wonder who your boss is. I'll talk to him. So you're 25.
Yeah.
You were 7 years in the Army.
Yes.
So you basically got out of high school shortly after. I imagine we didn't talk about this.
No, I was actually in high school when I joined.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you graduate?
Yes, I graduated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
time frame.
So what had happened is when I joined the reserves. So
Okay.
I was reserves for 2 years before I went active duty.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
So I was in the reserves while in high school still.
Wow! You can do that.
Yes, you can do that.
Wow. See, my family was. My dad was military, but I never. After being in the
Yeah.
military, being a brat with me
Yeah.
and my brother, none of us wanted to join after that.
You
Can
know
you
what's
understand
funny?
that?
You know what's funny? My
What?
stepdad.
How funny is that?
My stepdad was in the military, and you know what I did? I joined the military.
Yeah. Well, but did you have? What led you that way then? Because everybody has a thing.
You know, it was a little bit of both things. Of like, I wanted to serve my country, but I also wanted to make other people proud. You know that I.
You had nothing else you could do to make them proud, though.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I'm not knocking
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because it's a valuable
Yeah.
thing, and some people need somewhere to go. Yeah, I have a story with that, but I won't
Yeah.
bore you with my story. But there's a reason why we did it. It was
Yeah.
we saw my dad back in the day when there was no Skype, there was no
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah.
Way back when, he was gone for 6 months at a time. We didn't see him. We didn't talk to him.
Yeah.
If we were lucky, we saw a handwritten letter that he wrote to mom, and mom
Yeah.
would share with us. But
Yeah.
back in the day, so things have obviously changed. So,
Yeah.
how long ago did you get out now?
I've been out a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you? So you were in the reserve. So process that because obviously we haven't touched on that, have we, Mr. King?
No.
This is actually a good thing. So
Yeah.
this is the first, and I don't know anything really about this. So you're in high school, decided to go.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
So basically, what happened is my junior year, I was like, hey, I want to join the military. So.
And you're out of Cheney.
Yep, and I was in Cheney, and we had some recruiters come, and I'm like, hey, like, how can I get in the military, like, right now? They're like, well,
Without dropping out of
yeah,
school.
without getting out of school. So
Right.
they're like, well, you can sign a contract for active duty, and then when you graduate, you go to active duty, or you can go to the reserves and be in the Army and still in high school for out there.
Okay, so specify what is the reserves? What is that?
So,
because I'm thinking
yeah.
you hang out, and I'm waiting for
Yeah.
it to be called up.
So
but there's
basically,
got to be more than that.
basically what the reserves was it was out on Fairchild Air Force Base, which is right here in the area as well.
I lived out there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Then
I've been there before.
we have
Told you my dad was a retired Air Force. Pay attention.
there you go. Okay, yeah. So Fairchild Air Force Base, it's right there. And we'd go there every weekend a month, and
One week in a month.
do
Not every weekend a month.
One weekend a month, yeah,
No, okay, go ahead. Now I know why you went in the Army.
yeah. Not very bright, but so we'd go there every 1 week
Make
a
it
month.
easy, Andrew. Thank you.
And we would play Army Man.
Did you stay on the base or did you go? Because I know there's there's where they do survivalist out there. There's all sorts of.
Yeah, we didn't do anything fun like that. I was just a mechanic, so we mostly just sat on the base and played Army Man.
Did you play on the tanks or jeeps?
No,
or you're mechanics.
Yeah.
What training? Okay, we'll step back to training.
Yeah.
So you're out to be 1 weekend a month.
Yeah, a month, not every weekend.
Every weekend a month.
Yeah.
So you went out there on a Friday or on a Saturday morning?
So there was mixtures. Some months we would go Saturday, Sunday. Some months we would go Friday through Sunday.
Okay.
It all just
Depending
depended.
on what was needed or what was the plan of action.
Yeah.
And so you started that your junior year?
Yes.
So but did you got paid for that
every month I got paid.
Wow. So you didn't have a job and yet you
Yeah.
had a job.
Yeah.
So wow.
Yeah.
So if somebody's looking to do something, you get training
Yeah.
and you get paid.
Yeah.
So let's step back. I have so many questions also because
Yeah.
for somebody that may not know what they want to
Yeah.
do, but I know the military can be somewhere to go
Yeah.
and you're going to get paid and you're going to get trained.
Yeah.
And so you had already you want to be a mechanic or you had already been playing mechanic at home on stuff because I'm not a mechanic guy.
No.
Ask Ryan. Ryan, was I?
No.
I kind of know where the gas goes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Other than that, no.
I know where the pedal is. The steering wheel. Yeah, I've never had to decide. I mean, my dad being military, he tried, but I just there's
Just
things that
wasn't
I know I can bullshit with you all day.
Yeah.
But so you're playing mechanic at home before you even started this. Did you mess around with stuff, or was it just transition?
Not really. So basically, what happened is I wasn't very bright when I joined the military.
Your wife knows this.
Yeah.
She still marries you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have 3 kids.
Yeah.
Divorced. I'm saying, did you prenuptial? Never mind.
But yeah, so when I had joined, that was pretty much one of my only options was to be a mechanic or infantry. And I'm
Okay,
like,
so when you did that, talk to the counselors or the
So,
recruiting. That's how that came about.
So I took the ASVAB. It's like an aptitude test.
Okay.
Make sure
Yeah,
you're smart enough or
Yeah.
dumb enough, whichever one.
Okay, we'll go with smart enough, Andrew. I don't have.
All right.
You have a sense of humor. That's half of it. You don't.
So basically, I took the test. They're like, hey, you can be a mechanic. You can do something like this. You can be a cook, whatever, infantry.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I'll go be a mechanic. Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll work on some
Did
stuff.
your test say mechanic?
Yeah,
too?
yeah. Mostly mechanic. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so then I started being a mechanic, and
So what? Okay, so that's how you decided to go that way.
yeah.
You're already military.
Yeah.
Right.
No, so that was before I joined.
Oh, you
So I
took a test
decided,
before.
yeah.
Okay, see, that's good to
Yeah.
know. So you talk to a recruiter.
Yep.
And they're going to help you out, figure out what direction, if you
Yep.
want to go,
Took a
and if you
test.
can go, and so on. You take a test before you join.
Yep.
Sign your name on the
Yep.
dotted line. At that time, you can. They said 2 years. You get 2 years left, right?
So basically what happened was I joined while I was in. I went to basic training during my junior and senior year, and then
During the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, got that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How long was basic training? Was it like 5-6 weeks, or was it longer? 9 weeks. Okay,
maybe
that's
something
week.
like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple months.
Yeah. So then
Almost all summer.
yeah. So yeah, just about. And then I finished out my senior year
So then you come back.
Yep.
Where was basic training at?
in Fort Jackson,
Okay.
South Carolina.
How was that? Had you been in back east or back
Yes,
east, back south?
I was in Tennessee for a little while
Oh,
in
so-
Alabama, so
okay.
I was kind of in that area.
Okay, so you
I
not
knew.
just people and
Yeah.
places in the military.
Yeah.
Was it hard to adjust to what they were trying to do to you? Train you? Yes, sir. No, sir.
So-
Did you get that?
Yeah, that was easy for me just because I grew up around that area
Yeah,
as well.
your stepdad.
Yes.
being military.
So I kind of grew up in that world.
Did he say yes? Did your stepdad tell you yes, sir? No.
No.
Because my parents, and it wasn't bad because
Yeah.
I'm grateful for them.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ryan's parents, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. To your friends, we never called our friends and family. It's yes, Mr. or Mrs. or
Yeah.
yes, sir, yes,
Well,
ma'am.
that's how it was for like our friends of the family or
Right.
whatever. That's what
Okay.
it was. But
So you're accustomed to that.
yeah, so
Okay.
it wasn't that part of it wasn't the difficult part.
What was the difficult part?
The difficult part was not being fat. Honestly, that was kind of a unhealthy person in high school.
You weren't fat.
Yeah, I was just well used, I guess.
But now you're not fat.
Oh, this is after body. In high school, I was a little bit bigger.
Okay, you were fat.
Yeah.
You're saying you're not fat. He's not very.
I'm not a good interviewer. I'm sorry.
No, you're great. Actually, you're fine. But you were heavier.
Yeah, I was heavier set.
How much heavier were you?
Ah,
Because you're not fat now.
Yeah.
You look good.
yeah.
I'm not
Thank
hitting
you.
on you.
Thank you.
But I think you're 25 years old.
Yeah.
3 kids. I'm sure that'll run your go to work all day and then
Yeah.
come home and
Yeah.
you get a little sleep.
yeah, yeah.
Plus the wife,
But yeah, so
she still likes you.
she does still like me. yeah.
Okay.
She likes me better now, but
Okay. So you were heavier.
yeah.
How much weight did you lose?
In basic training, I went from 215 to about 150.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So when you came back, did people just go, "What the f?"
I looked like an alien. People told me I had a really big head. And I looked like an alien, but I looked really good as well. So,
I'm sure you got tone. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the best part of basic training
Yeah.
is to get you fit for
Yeah.
whatever. All the tats. Now, if
Yeah.
you're listening to the podcast, is that the wife?
That one's my daughter.
Ah,
Yep.
only one daughter.
There's 3, but I gotta get 2 more tattoos.
Thank
You
you.
know.
I'm calling you in all this. It's like I got the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, I got another. Okay,
Yep.
wait.
Oh, jeez.
I'll get. You all on the
Yeah.
left arm right now?
I got one right here.
Yeah, yeah. I
One
see
right
that
here.
one. Yeah, yeah.
And then one on that one.
Right on.
And then I have one on my chest, but I won't take my shirt off for you.
Yeah. Okay. Later.
Later, man.
Stop.
later.
Quit. Stop. Okay. So did basic training.
Yeah.
You lost like 60, 70 pounds.
Yeah, something like that.
Part of basic training was they doing the mechanic teaching,
No,
or
no.
it was just get
It
you in
was
shape
just-
and get you.
Just
How
the
they do
military aspect of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, sir. And
Yeah.
go and
Yeah.
you're gonna run and get up in the morning and eat
Yep,
this.
yep.
And so they got you healthier.
Yep.
You came back and then you had a year left. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Was it weird
So-
to transverse to come back to
It
home?
was a little bit. So the biggest problem was that like I had spent the whole summer learning how to be a grown adult and make my
Yeah,
own choices and everything,
yeah.
and then I came back to being a senior in school, and I'm like, well, what do I do now?
Yeah,
you
this
know?
is nothing. I'm ready to
Yeah.
go.
So then it was a little weird for me to adjust to that.
Come back.
Come back from living like that
Right,
to being
right.
a high school
Wow.
student again. But I mean, it was very rewarding at the same time because like.
And you got money.
Yeah, and I was getting paid while I was a senior in high school without having a job.
And you still went to? Did you go once a month?
Yes.
At that time.
Yes.
So okay. So there was you. You got paid for basic training for 9, 10
Yep.
weeks, whatever that
Yep.
was. Put money in the bank, right?
Yep.
Because you can't really. There's not a lot to do.
Yeah, I didn't really spend much money.
It'd
No.
be, well, you. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna transition.
Yeah.
How long have you and your wife been together? Date? How long did you date? Because you've been married like around 5 years. Were you sweethearts in high school?
No.
Wow, she hooked you up and got you.
Got me real quick, yeah.
What's your wife's name?
Her name is Jennifer.
Jennifer?
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. So when did you meet Jennifer?
I met her.
I feel like I'm on Love Dating or something like that.
I met her on October 2015. I had just gotten home from my second part of Army training.
Your second, so after you
school,
graduated,
Yeah.
you graduated from Cheney.
Yep.
Go back for, so how long was the second part of your training? Another,
That one was
2,
3
3
months. 3 months.
wow, they really get you on that training.
Yeah.
But you get paid for it.
Yeah.
You get, it's like that's what you were planning to do. So
Yeah.
it's not like you're going, gosh, this sucks. It's like,
Yeah.
well, okay, this is what I'm doing. And-
Yeah.
and- okay, so where's she from?
She's from here as well.
Where'd she go to school at?
Rogers.
Rogers.
Huh.
That's where
Where'd
she
you
was.
meet her at? Here in Spokane.
Online.
Oh, one of those, huh?
Yeah.
Hooked.
Yeah.
And you are so screwed. You better hope she never get divorced.
I'm hoping not. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Good luck. Good luck. Ask Ryan and I how well we've done. Hey Ryan,
Hey.
how many marriages do you have under your belt? You're on what marriage right now, sir?
Third.
Third marriage. Well, you've done well.
Yeah.
How many marriages have I been on? Well, legal or just living in sin nowadays. It works best for me. Thank you. So, what? We'll get back to Jennifer. Congratulations, Jennifer. Ryan, can you make sure she gets this, sees this?
Oh yeah.
The unedited version.
Oh yeah, it's YouTube. And everything we say is unedited. The audio is a little bit edited, just in case we get a little excited. But
Yeah.
you know, these YouTube,
Yeah.
I've watched it. I start watching them, and it's
Yeah.
like, we had might as well. We had part of the Spokane Shock, which
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of,
Yeah.
and we've had a couple people part, coach
Yeah.
and a player, and I watched myself with the last interview, which
Yeah.
is a coach,
Yeah.
because the Shock are getting ready to start
Yeah.
any time now.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Actually, no, this Saturday. Since this will be out tomorrow, May 13th. And they start. The first home game is May 15th. We can't get in the arena because of what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
But I've been waiting for years, and I watch myself watch me interview
Yeah.
the coach,
Yeah.
and I just see myself.
Just-
I get excited anyway.
Yeah.
As you can tell,
Yeah.
I enjoy people. I enjoy talking. I enjoy life.
Yeah.
But I watch myself get a little even more like I have a twitch in my foot.
Yeah.
I'm a drummer too.
Yeah.
And people go, "You're really twitchy." I hear music. There's a song going in my head constantly. Anyway, sorry. As I
Digress.
often do. What inspired you? Did somebody inspire you? Just were lost in life and just you wanted to serve.
Yeah.
And make people proud of you.
Yeah.
Was it? Your mom? Your dad? Stepdad?
So my stepdad was in the military, and then my
How long?
father was as well. So
Okay. So you have a relationship. Is your dad still around?
yes and no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's one of those dad things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate. I had my father around forever, and
Yeah.
but I know other people that haven't. But
Yeah.
you still want to make an impression. Like,
Yeah.
see what I can do, Dad.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I understand. So
yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
You want to shout out a name for Dad? Yes. No? What about stepdad? You want to shout out for him?
No.
Okay, but if they see it, they'll know who they are.
Yeah.
It's something that they inspired you to do this.
Yeah.
And then your family in particular, your mom?
No, my mom was kind of iffy about it for a little bit. She didn't really want to. But
Was she worried her baby going to get hurt?
yeah.
See?
She also had to sign a permission slip. So.
Well, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little
being that
difficult,
young, that's
yeah.
true. Yeah. How old you were?
I was 17.
Yeah, so you.
Yeah.
So those are your inspirations?
Yeah.
Besides just to serve them, your
Yeah.
fellow man?
Also family as well, aunts, uncles. A lot of
Were they in
people.
the military?
Yeah, I've had a lot of people in my family.
There you
that
go.
are
And
military.
that definitely obviously meant something to you. So we've touched on that, things you did, training. Is there something at that time in school, courses, how'd that work mentally? Because you already knew where you were
Yeah.
going. Did you slack off to just say, screw high school?
I did for a little bit, yeah. And I
then-
also kind of used the military to my advantage as well.
As in?
I would always tell my teachers, I got to do military stuff this weekend. I don't have time for homework and all that kind of
Did they
stuff.
bite?
And they bite,
Yeah, but you actually
Yeah,
did
I
that.
actually
It
did,
wasn't
but-
like you were lying, but you had milked it.
It definitely helped me
Yeah, get through the
get
crap
through
of high school.
High school, yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Ryan, should you have graduated high school?
Nope.
I shouldn't have either. Technically, I was told if I was not. I think we've talked about this. There's a class that I was supposed to do a paper.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Actually, I think handwriting, maybe typing. And if you don't do this, you're not graduating.
Yeah.
I can show you my diploma. I can't show you the paper because I never did it. Wow, that would get out of here. God, it just likes me. What obstacles did you have from school? That whole transition within those 2 years, were anything stand out that was an obstacle for you? Because you didn't have a girlfriend.
No.
Because no one liked you back then because you're a fat, chubby guy.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't
mean,
afterwards. You
No,
know?
no, I know, no, but beforehand.
Yeah, beforehand.
Before you went to the first
Yeah.
basic training, you're Mr. Chubby.
Yeah.
I mean, you're Mr. What's PC these days? I don't know.
I was healthy.
You're
Chronically unthin.
big
Healthy.
bone. I used to hear big bone. He's big bone. Not me in particular, but
Yeah.
anything. So obviously, the teachers and homework were
Yeah.
standing in your
No.
way, which is fine. You
Yeah.
figured out how to work that, but you still graduated.
Yeah.
And you still. Do you remember your grade point average?
Very low. That's what I know.
All you know is you did get your diploma.
I did
right?
get my diploma, yeah.
And did the Army didn't give a crap at that time?
No,
did
they were like, make sure you get your diploma.
That's
and
all
you'll
they
be
cared
good.
about.
Yeah.
Even at that point, you probably said, "I get my GED," and they probably said,
Yeah.
"Come on board, come on board."
Yeah.
Somebody else to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
You learned how to shoot a gun.
Oh, yeah. A couple other things, yeah.
So, just in case anybody's wondering, was the money? I don't need specifics, but the money that you were getting, did you get a signing bonus? Anything?
Sometimes you do,
Right.
depending on your job. I didn't.
But you.
Yeah.
How long until you signed and your mother signed over?
Yeah.
see, right?
Yeah.
That it took before you started doing the one a month.
I signed a contract, and then literally the next month, I was at my first drill.
So
as
did
they
you
call it.
made a couple $100?
Yeah.
Every weekend.
yeah.
Every weekend that you went once a month.
Yeah. It was like $300 every weekend that I went.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Once a month that you went.
Yeah. Once a month.
What would you suggest? What advice would you give somebody that might be interested to look into this? Just talk to a recruiter.
Just-
talk to
yeah,
school
just talk
did
to
you
a
talk to
recruiter.
a school counselor? Did you talk to your stepdad, your mom?
No, so basically the recruiters came to the school like they do
Right,
every high school probably.
I'm sure nowadays they do.
Yeah.
I think they probably did at my high school, and I just laughed. It's like, once again, I already knew
Yeah.
military
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
my dad had retired, already went.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, no,
No, I'm good.
I had other people, once again, ask me why I didn't join the
Yeah.
military. It's because my parents afforded me not to join the
Yes.
military. So it wasn't it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to put in
Yeah.
and you put 7 years in.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll get to that in a second. I want to make sure I'm going on my notes because I haven't interviewed. So I have all these notes that vary since you don't have that. What was the worst part of doing this for the 2 years? That comes to your mind for you.
It was mostly it was just the fact that I thought that I was a lot older than I was because I was in the military. So I thought that I should have a little bit more freedoms and get away with a lot more stuff.
So you're saying you like alcohol?
No, I mean everybody likes alcohol.
No,
yeah.
not everybody. No, I'm afraid you are wrong, young man. It's not one of my passions. That never has been. I'm not knocking it, but I've been in bars all my life.
Yeah.
But my perspective was, once again, I was skewed. I had two older brothers that liked to party.
Yeah.
And I watched all the negatives that happened to them. then wanted to do what I wanted to do for a dream, and I watched
Yeah.
the guys that were doing what I wanted to do kill themselves.
Yeah.
So I went, that doesn't work.
I'm gonna try something else.
And I'm still alive.
Yeah.
So, was it partying or?
It wasn't the partying aspect.
What was it?
It was mostly the fact that I didn't want to be in high school anymore because I had already started my job.
Yeah,
so it was really,
come on, I don't need this
yeah,
crap. I just
it was
want to
really
go.
hard to get through that part of it.
So if anybody that goes through that,
Yeah.
what would you say? Just do your best at this point?
Just, I mean, it's rewarding because you're having that extra boost, but it also, you have to be sure that that's what you want. You can't go into it half-footed. You have to be like, all right, like this.
When you
is what I'm
signed
gonna
up,
do.
you were sure, weren't you?
Yeah, I was very sure. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So when you got out of high school, how long from graduation to like a week, 2 weeks maybe?
I
remember?
graduated, and I think in
It's a blur, right? Now I'm making you think of this stuff.
July or August,
you had-
I went to my next part. Yeah.
Okay, so you had a little time.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't bam bam.
No.
Okay, at that time, you the whole time, the 2 years, were you already getting whatever you needed to get together? What did you need to get together? I mean, besides, I'm going to pack all this
Yeah.
stuff,
So
put it in the storage, or mom and dad, I'm going to put this here.
yeah. So basically, what happened is once I came back from basic training, I was in high school. I went to drill. I did training. They got me ready to be in the military, and then I did some sort of training mechanic wise until I went to my real training.
Was there online training too with this?
No.
Okay, just on hands. when
There's army training that's online, but that's just weird, and we'll not get into that. But
it wasn't for you, and it didn't work.
Yeah,
I understand that.
It's just, but yeah. So I just, basically we did army things the one weekend a month and trained and did all sorts of fun
Drills.
stuff. Yeah, drills, all sorts of. Worked on vehicles.
Okay,
stuff
so
like that.
along that line, what's
Yeah.
a typical day that you were doing back then that you would do? Combination.
Yeah.
Give me a kind of run through, because I don't know. I've never done
yeah.
training. So you get up. Are you in a barracks
No,
typically on weekends?
so it was on Fairchild, so I drove
Right.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Did you come home every day?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
back you went out there. Let's say everybody's
Yeah.
gonna meet at 8 o'clock
Yeah.
on base, and you'd be here.
Yeah, it was 6 in the morning actually.
Okay.
6 in the morning, we'd go do our formation, do our PT, all that kind of stuff, and then we would go throughout our day, whatever that day was.
What's PT?
Physical training.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that is like jumping jacks or whatever. Or?
Yeah, push-ups,
Okay.
running, that kind of stuff.
I actually don't know, so
Yeah.
I'm clarifying. So you actually have to get. That's why you lost so much
Yeah,
weight,
yeah,
obviously.
physically fit, yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't just sit around and eat cookies.
Yeah.
When you were in there. Okay. So how many hours a day was that? From 6 in the morning till ish.
It's probably about 6 o'clock at night most of the days. Yeah.
Okay. And that was 2 days a week, 3
Yeah.
days. Or on the weekends, you'd on a Friday you'd go out in the evening. If it
No,
happened.
Saturday morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we drive over there Saturday morning
And Sunday.
and Sunday. Yeah.
And they feed you lunch.
Yeah, you get food, you get
That's right.
food and
I led you into that
all
one.
that kind of stuff.
They feed you.
Yeah.
What at that point? See, it astounds me because during that training, as well
Yeah.
as your basic training, not so much because that
Yeah.
was pretty much what everybody went through at that
Yeah.
time. Your training, your once a weekend training.
Yeah.
What did you dislike? What sticks out in your mind? Something stick out in your mind that you disliked, and what sticks out as one of those what you really enjoyed about doing it back then?
Honestly,
Except being in high school.
back then, it was nice to just go do that throughout the weekend because, like,
Right.
And so it was
actually
like,
a young adult.
yeah, and it was
Well, you're making your decision. It's your life, but.
yeah, and it was very nice to go and feel like I was an adult and
Were the guys yell at you, sergeants or anything?
oh yeah, you can get yelled at a lot, but I mean, it's,
You're used to that.
yeah, it's
whatever.
It's just like whatever.
That's what
sounds
mom and
good.
stepdad
yeah.
or dad yells. My brothers and sisters. That's
Yeah.
what they. Right.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything that I disliked about it. Like there was some months that we didn't really do much, so we kind of sat around a lot. But it's
Part of what.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens.
but no, it was definitely very. There wasn't anything.
Obviously, you stuck
bad
with
about
it.
it, yeah.
You don't even. You're kind of smiling just remembering this stuff.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. We all have a good thing. So. Any training? Did you any like homework or online stuff, or was it all hands on?
So the Army has a lot of different things that you have to do now. There's some in-class stuff that you have to do, and there's online trainings that you have to do to just be ready to do whatever, right?
Right.
And there's so much about it, but it's just mostly like they have a lot of like just online trainings of like how to get you ready to read a map or battle drills, stuff like that. That was one of the online trainings that I had to do. That took a little bit. It was like a week long that I had to spend on that.
Sure.
But yeah, no.
If you've never done it, then you got to figure out what they're requiring and what you think.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can assume.
Yeah.
So, what would you say your biggest misconception about being in the Army that the general public has? Because now that you're in the private sector again, what do you think it is? As I get a hair off my mic. And how would you change it?
I don't really know, to be honest with you, because I've seen both sides of it, and a lot of people think that the military is this I would say dangerous thing or whatever, but it's really not. I mean,
unless you get thrown into combat.
Yeah, unless you do that, but the everyday thing, it's not like we're just out there doing crazy stuff every day. It's like a normal everyday job.
You could get thrown in, but you were never thrown into action.
No, I was not. I was
very grateful for that.
I was lucky enough to not, but
you could have. Okay, gosh, that was so. When you're in the Army, you were in there 7 years.
Yeah.
That's including the 2 years, obviously.
Yes.
Okay, so your money. We don't need specifics.
Yeah.
Money and income.
Yeah. So
was it decent for you?
Yeah, where I was at, it was pretty decent.
Benefits, 401,
so you
obviously
get
healthcare.
Yeah, you get healthcare. You get a housing allowance, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Food allowance.
Where were you stationed?
I went to my first active duty station was in Germany, actually.
A lot of guys end up over in Germany.
Yeah.
How long were you over there? Ish.
I think 4 years.
Oh wow! So a majority of your
majority of my time.
And how did you like it over in Germany?
It was really cool, actually. I got to experience a lot of different cultures, and I did a lot of different training with different cultures.
I've never been overseas, but that's what I hear from.
Yeah.
Even when we were in the military, the family never left the States, but Dad went out. What would you, any way to improve that for an individual if they join the Army?
Yeah.
Is it just do what's needed and earn the ranks?
Yeah.
Try not to be a dumbass and get kicked back down?
So for me, I didn't ever get in trouble, but I also didn't do everything the way they wanted you to do. So I wasn't really moving up the way that I should have been.
Did you not? It didn't matter to you then?
No, it didn't really.
You were happy
at the time because I had just gotten married and I was like, I'm just gonna be in Germany, make this money, and that's it. But then, then I got to the point where I'm like, okay, maybe I should start doing the extra stuff.
So Jennifer, you didn't get him to move up to more money and more. Okay, Jennifer.
She tried, but I was a little bit difficult back then.
And yet, you married her.
Yeah.
So you basically, that's all you've done, and then now you're out. You got out, you said a month ago-ish?
Yeah.
Come back to so you were stationed, last year, where were you stationed?
I was stationed in JBLM over in Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you moved back to Spokane.
Yep.
And what you're doing right now, how did you meet the guy you're dealing with?
He's actually my wife's uncle, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Big family friends.
Oh, God. Yeah, explains all. Sorry, I met Ryan before, and it hasn't turned out well for me. So you really haven't done much other. So are you learning on the job now?
Yeah, it's very new to me. It's very, very new.
Does he yell at you?
No, not yet.
He should. He will. Give him a chance.
One day he got kind of annoyed, but I think that was just.
Get annoyed with him back. That's what I do.
He had a bad day, I think.
So, what advice would you give anybody that wanted to think about joining the military and do what you've done? Because I find it fascinating. Because I think it's great that you had a goal.
Yeah.
And you followed it, and I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I commend you for that. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And now you're moving on to private sector, which is fine. Everybody.
Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to somebody that might be in high school?
Yeah.
That's the whole idea behind the podcast. Career
Yeah.
Paths is to hopefully give a nugget of information to somebody that might be wanting to do what you've done.
So if the reserve part that I did when I first started, I mean that was a very big commitment. You have to, if you do that, you have to be ready for that commitment. Like you can't you can't go into it being like, I'm just gonna do it. Sounds good, whatever.
At that point, you pretty much you signed up. It's just
it's there.
It's gonna happen.
But like I said, it was very nice to be in high school while still doing that. it definitely opened up a lot of other doors for me as well.
Like?
Just meeting other people, doing different things as well.
Yeah, going up the base,
yeah.
you're dealing with a variety of people. Definitely the military gives you that networking of people.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of people that I can talk to now that'll do whatever for me, you know.
You can use people just like anything.
But yeah, no, the reserves are definitely, if you don't want to be in the military full time, but still have the benefits and everything, the reserves are definitely good because you still get school and everything paid for as well.
That's true.
And then the active duty side of it, I mean, I got to experience and meet people that
go to Germany.
And like there's just so many different.
Was your wife with you?
Yes, she was. We had
Two
of our kids over there.
Did she enjoy it?
Oh, she loved it.
Awesome.
Yeah. For a while. Yeah. but yeah, no, you know, it's a very rewarding thing to be in the military.
And you have all that knowledge and that they help from that. So, I'm just trying to make sure that was the advice.
Yeah.
Mr. King, any questions for this before I ask the last question, which is?
Yes. I do have a couple.
Please do.
So basically you got trained to be a mechanic instead of paying to get trained to be a mechanic.
Yeah.
And that translates outside of the military.
Yes.
Because I know like some of the military areas, nursing and stuff, then they have to get like special certifications because it doesn't just roll over.
Yeah.
But going back to, so you have medical.
Yeah.
That's for life?
No, I don't because I didn't retire. But if you retire, you get it for life.
Okay.
So right now, I do have medical currently right now because I'm still technically in the military until May. But I do also have VA benefits for life. That's something that will never go away. So I can go to the VA hospital over on wherever it's at, over there.
Yep, over there.
And get any help that I need for that kind of aspect.
Does that include your family?
No, I have to get them different medical.
Okay.
But for me, it's just VA benefits of like, I can go in there and be like, oh, hey, this happened while I was in the military. I need help with it now.
And then to be able to retire from the military, you have to do how many years?
20 years, yeah.
And then you're full retirement.
Yeah, full retirement, and you have money. The day you retire, you have whatever money they figure out that you have. That's what you get every month.
Monthly.
Yeah. So,
Dad was retired.
Yeah.
20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he still worked after the fact.
My stepdad did the same thing.
See, I know quite a few people that retire military, then end up with another retirement from another job.
I do know that too.
It's definitely good to go that way. I didn't choose to go that way, but it's definitely well to go that way.
Yeah. Anything else for him, Mr. King?
No.
You getting my bugs, my trees, or just my tree attacking you?
No, there was a bug right here.
Yeah, it's a little gnat. I saw it. Okay, so last question,
Yeah.
hard one. What did you want to be when you were a kid? Did you want to be a cowboy, an astronaut? Obviously not an army man.
You know, obviously I wanted to be an army man.
Fireman? No.
Every day
You can say I
every day I want to be an army man.
Yeah,
an army man.
Yeah.
But
Did you want to? Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that was it. Pretty much.
Really?
That was what I
Really?
wanted to do. Yeah.
Wow.
But now that I'm an old man, I don't want to anymore.
Well, yeah, you've done it. Well, I won't get it. I have a story too, but
Yeah.
I won't get into it. It's like, what dream shall I follow? Oh wait, I've already done that. Oh wait, I did that one too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, that was the only thing really.
And now, so what's your dream now? Besides be a dad and be a good dad and be a good husband.
It's just I'm not really sure yet, to be honest with you.
That's fine. You don't have. It's your life. Once
Yeah.
again, your life. You figure it out. But as be happy with it.
And I've definitely found out the last month that I've been out that I definitely like the career path I'm in now of like building things,
Remodeling, building, etc.
It's definitely very cool to see you
see
something, a finished product in front of you. So that's nice.
I agree. I've been there before, even though I can't build much, but I'll run.
Yep.
I see a lot of things. I rip with a lot of things down. I'm pretty good at that. Thank you.
Thank
It
you.
was a pleasure.
Yeah.
It was definitely a new insight for that and for you to do it while you're in high school. Once again, thank you for your service. Thank you for coming on the show. Anything else, Ryan, Mr. King?
Nope.
Thank you for listening to Career Paths by Infonet. Please like, please subscribe, leave a comment. Remember, it's your life. Make it happen. Till next time. Good night. That was good.